Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm gonna be showing you this makeup that I applied on my face using all brand new products. This is how my makeup looks. I'm super happy with everything, all the products. It looks pretty good on camera as well as in real life, and I really hope that you enjoy this video. So let's get started. So I have this box that is full of new makeup that I'm going to be applying on my face today. So for my primer today, I'm going to be using Laura Mercier foundation primer in the variant Radiance. Comes in a lot of different varieties, like you get one for smoothing, one for hydration. This one is for radiant. I am going to take a little bit and apply it all over my face. It doesn't have any smell to it, which is a good thing because many people are allergic to smell or fragrance. Okay, now that I have applied this primer, I feel like this is a moisturizing primer. Made my skin really supple and moisturized, and also I feel like it gave a little bit of radiance to my skin for sure. Okay, moving on, I have another complexion product that I want to apply before moving on to my foundation, and this is by Charlotte Tilbury, and it is the very famous Hollywood Flawless Filter. I have it in the shade number 5 tan. So this product is mainly you can say a combination of a highlighter and a skin tint, and it gives very sheer coverage, but it gives a lot of glow. I have used this once, I'm not gonna lie, and I really loved the way my skin looked. You get a doe foot applicator with this product, and you can easily apply this all over your face using the doe foot applicator. So as you can see, my skin is actually glowing and it looks so beautiful and so healthy. For my foundation today, I have the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. Now this is a medium to full coverage foundation, and it is oil free, and I have it in the shade Praline. So let's shake it a little, and I'm gonna take 2 pumps of this because I usually take 2 pumps of any foundation. The shade match is pretty good. Now I wanted to try this foundation since a very long time, but unfortunately the shade that they had, or rather the shade range that they had earlier, although they had a lot of shades, but I could not find the right undertone. The closest match in the previous range for me was a shade called Sand, but still the undertone was not right. But after Jackie Aina and Too Faced, they collaborated and came out with more shades. I feel like this shade Praline is a really good match for my skin tone. On me, this is like a medium coverage foundation because I can still see some of my blemishes peeking through, but this is definitely not a light coverage foundation. So let's see if you can layer it or if it is buildable. So I'm taking a little bit more and applying to the areas where I have some blemishes peeking through. Okay, so I can definitely see that the coverage has increased. If you layer it a second time, you can get a fuller coverage foundation, which is awesome. So far, the finish of the foundation is pretty good. I mean, it is not extremely matte. At the same time, it is not dewy. It looks like a satin finish foundation. Next, for my concealer, I have 2 options. The first one is Maybelline Camouflaging Concealer in the shade 30 Light Medium. And then the second concealer is also from Maybelline, and this is from their Fit Me range. I have used this Fit Me concealer before, but the shade is new to me. It is the shade 30 Honey. So I'm gonna mix both the shades and then apply them to my under eyes. Okay, now that my concealer is done, I really like the finish of these 2 concealers. These don't look too pigmented or too cakey. In fact, my under eyes look pretty natural, and I don't see any accumulation of products into my fine lines till now, which is really good. Moving on to the next step, which is powdering my face, and I'm going to use this Too Faced Born This Way loose setting powder. This is in the shade Translucent, and it's called the Ethereal Setting Powder. This is what it looks like. So this is what the inside looks like. You get a flap, which is good because then the powder will not fly away everywhere. So you just open the flap like this, and I'm gonna take a little bit on the cap, and using a brush, this is the PAC 245 brush. I'm gonna take a little bit and then apply it to my under eyes. So far my face doesn't look cakey. It could also be because I applied a very little amount. But so far I am liking the powder. It also melts into your skin, and I have the shade translucent, so you can't really see any kind of extra powder or any white cast. So the next product I have is again by Too Faced. Now this is not a planned all Too Faced kind of video. So this is the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Longwear Matte Bronzer. So it blended pretty well, as you can see, and it is not like ultra pigmented, which is good because usually when you have like super pigmented products, it becomes really difficult to blend them. And I'm gonna show you a swatch as well. So this is the swatch. I hope you can see. This is the swatch of the product. You can also use it as a contour because it looks a little cool toned. Okay, now moving on to the fun part, which is the highlighter. Now for my highlighter, I have two options. The first one is this Wet n Wild Crown of My Canopy highlighting powder, and it looks like this, very pretty pattern on the highlighter. This is the ABH and Amrezy highlighter. I'm sure if you are a makeup lover, you already know about this highlighter. So I think I might use the Amrezy one today. This is what it looks like. Very beautiful packaging in black and rose gold. This is how it looks from inside. I really love the pattern inside. I think I have never seen a packaging like this before. Usually you get some embossing on the product, but this has like waves in the product, which is super cool. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my highlighting brush. This is a no-name brush, and I'm just taking a little bit. This is actually very pretty. Now, to be very honest, when I first bought it, I thought that this would be like a very chunky, very glittery, very blinding kind of highlight, but it is not. I mean, it looks pretty beautiful and pretty subtle, to be very honest. I am sure you can build it up and make it more blinding, but the finish is not glittery or chunky at all, which is beautiful. It is like a pale champagne gold kind of highlighter, and I have seen a lot of fair YouTubers using this. I've seen a lot of brown YouTubers using this, so I feel like the shade is pretty universal, which is great. And on my skin also, as you can see, it does not look very light or it does not look very dark. This is just the right amount of highlighter or the right shade of golden that I need for my skin tone. Okay, now it's time to add some color to our cheeks, and for that I have the Butter Blush by Physicians Formula. Now I love Physicians Formula's butter blushes. This is not a new product, but again, this is a new shade for me. The shade is called Rosy Pink, and this is what the shade looks like. It is like a Barbie pink kind of color. Formula of these butter blushes is beautiful. They blend really well. They last on your cheeks for a really long period of time. I think I have two more shades of this butter blush, and I really love them. Okay, so since I have another pressed powder, I think I'm going to use it in some way or the other. And this is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Skin Perfecting Micro Powder. And I have it in the shade 02 Medium. And I'm taking a little bit of this powder and cleaning out this area so that my contour can look a little sharper. For my eyebrows, I do not have any new product, so I'm sticking with my Goof Proof Brow Pencil by Benefit, and I'm just filling in my brows very quickly. Now moving to my eyes, I have a couple of new products. I have this super famous Soft Glam palette by ABH that I have only swatched and never used. It looks like this. It has all your warm shades. And then I have the single eyeshadow from Essence, and it's called Melted Chrome Eyeshadow, and this is in the shade 06 Copper Me. Now I have to show you the swatch of this because this is very beautiful. So this is the swatch of this product. Oh my god, it looks so pretty and so metallic. Before moving to the eyes, I'm gonna spritz my face with this Wet n Wild Photo Focus Natural Finish Setting Spray. It is a tiny bottle that contains just 45 ml. So before moving to the powder eyeshadow, I'm going to apply Scandalize eyeshadow crayon in the shade Bootleg Brown. This is by Rimmel. It is basically a cream eyeshadow. Now from the ABH palette, I'm going to use this color called Sienna, and I'm going to apply this to my lids. So now I also want to use this copper shade from Essence. So I'm going to take a little bit on my finger and apply it to the center of my lids. Wow, this shadow looks so pretty. As you can see, I have applied this to the center of my lid. Next, I have a new kajal from Revlon, and it's called Revlon Color Stay 2-in-1 Angled Kajal. Then at the other end, you also get a brush so you can smudge the kajal. So I'm going to use this on my waterline and also to tight line my upper lash line. So the kajal went super creamy. It also is sticking very nicely on my lower waterline, and also on my upper waterline it applied very creamy, and it is super black and it has a matte finish. So I'm very excited to see if this is a long wearing one, because most of the times kajals don't really stay on my waterline, but this one I usually like the color stay range from Revlon. So I'm really excited to see how long it stays on my waterline. So for my lip color today, although I have two lip shades, I have one by MAC and it is in their Powder Kiss lipstick range, and the shade is Mandarin O. This is a very beautiful coral shade. And the second lipstick option that I have is from Dior, and it's called Lip Glow Color Reviver Balm, and this is in the shade 102 Matte Raspberry. So I think I'm gonna go with the Dior one because my eyes are very heavy, so I want to go easy on my lips. I feel like this makeup needs a neutral brown color, so I think I'm gonna go find something in the brown category and be right back. So guys, this is the finished look. I just went and put on some earrings, did my hair a little bit, and in fact I'm super impressed with all the products that I used today. I mean, I loved the combination of these two products, the Hollywood Flawless Filter by Charlotte Tilbury and the Laura Mercier Radiance Primer. These two gave my skin a very pretty glow, and then also the foundation is pretty good. I mean, it gives a satin finish, and all the products like the bronzer, the blush, the highlighter, everything went on very beautifully without looking patchy. You know, sometimes the foundation kind of makes the other products not look that good, but this is not one of those foundations. I really loved the finish. It is like a satin finish, and also it looked pretty good since I have dry skin. It looked pretty good on my skin. It is looking pretty good on my skin, and I loved the Soft Glam palette. The shadows are very beautiful, very pigmented, and they blend very easily. And the Essence shadow, oh my god, I think I'm definitely going to pick up more shades. I love this color, my god, and the formula is beautiful. It is like a gel formula. And what else? I mean, I'm super happy with all the products that I tried today. The blush is beautiful. The Revlon Kajal so far looks pretty good. I mean, it hasn't smudged on my waterline yet. Usually Kajals, like I said, they don't really stay on my waterline, but so far it hasn't budged, which is awesome. So I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you all in my next video very soon. Till then, take care and bye.